guys, it's Haley Pullis. Make sure you go check out my friend Brian's YouTube channel, the WSE Lounge. Go check out his latest video, like it, subscribe to his channel, and leave him a comment letting him know that I sent you there.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the WSE Lounge. Give us just a second and we will get Joyce guy on the video. Let's try this again.
There we go. Finally. Woo! I had to do a whole bunch of sorry about that.
Oh, that's
Pushing buttons and accepting, but I finally figured it out. Woo, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, when I had Max Yell on a couple months back, it took us forever, and he said, I don't know how you do this. How do you do it? Finally, we got it worked out and figured out, and I got him on there. But we had a time, but you know that's the way it is with technology.
I'm telling you, exactly. I just had to take a deep breath for a minute, and it's like, okay, let me just do all these settings and tap and tap and tap, and it's like, okay, I think I got it now. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. It's Friday.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, without any further ado,
Woo!
From General Hospital, she's known as Phyllis Caulfield. From Sunset Beach, she's known as Mrs. Monroe, which the name is spelled differently than Monroe that I'm used to.
Well, this is Moreau. This is Mrs. Moreau. It's the French spelling because she was the Haitian voodoo queen. So it's Mrs. Moreau.
Okay, Moreau.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moreau, yeah.
She's also known as, you may remember her, folks, if you don't watch soap operas, from the Santa Claus movie, Principal Compton, and the Santa movie with Tim Allen. And today's show is brought to you by Sonny Ono. He is the selfie-made man. You can buy his merchandise at ProWrestlingTees.com. So just go search Sonny Ono on ProWrestlingTees.com. Thank you, everybody, for joining. You got any questions or comments? Please leave them below for Joyce. Tweety6972 says you are amazing on General Hospital.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm having an absolutely wonderful time, and I just love the storyline. And it's been great working with Maurice Bernard and Rip Hutton and Elizabeth, and it's just been a great time. And Dan White, we've had a wonderful, wonderful time.
Now, I don't remember who is Elizabeth. Who's that?
That's Nina Reeves. That's her real name.
Okay.
The woman that plays Nina Reeves, yes.
Okay, because I'm used to Waitrose. That's the last name, Waitrose?
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got kind of confused when you said I'm like,
sorry about
I was thinking
that. Yes.
Elizabeth Weber, and I don't remember no scenes with her.
Yeah. The woman that plays Nina Reeves, she's fabulous.
Okay. What is your story of how you became an actress?
Oh, wow, my story. Well, my father was in the military, and so we moved around a lot. And so, moving around a lot, I was, kind of shy in a sense. And so, in the back of my mind, I knew I wanted to become an actress, but, in high school and junior high, I didn't really, mention it to anybody. And so when, after high school, after I graduated, well, when I was deciding, what college I wanted to do and where I wanted to go, I ended up going to this historically Black university in Virginia, Hampton University, and so I declared to be a theater major, and my parents were like, "Where'd that come from?" And it was something that I always wanted to do. I think I took a couple of drama classes in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and so. But then when I declared my major in college as a theater major, I just continued, and it was that burning thing that was there that I was trying to avoid, but it's like, nah, you just better go ahead and pursue that. So that was my foray into acting.
Wow, that's a interesting story. Very interesting.
Yeah, and so it's like, let's just, of course, you take twists and turns. And after I graduated from college, I moved to Washington, D.C., because I was a little afraid of going to New York. And so I moved to Washington, D.C., and I was doing, 9-to-5 jobs. And then I eventually landed a job at the National Endowments for the Arts. And so I was a grant specialist. And so I was watching other people's projects, dancers, and I was in the dance program, but I was seeing other people developing their own projects. And I said, you know what? Concentrate on you. And so I quit that job and I said, you know what? Let me just go for it. And so I was in DC, and so I started doing industrial films, and that's how I joined the union. And then after that point, I decided to come out to LA, and it's like, okay, let's do this. And so I focused, and that's how it happened.
Now, what is industrial films? Is that similar to indie films, or?
No, an industrial film is they're like, in a sense, corporate films,
Mm-hmm.
but in the case of in Washington D.C., you have like different types of agencies that do videos for their employees, or for other people in those fields to watch. And so the industrial film that I happened to get my union card for, it was for the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a film on, because I played this woman who kidnapped somebody. So it was what to do
You
if
it?
somebody, yes, I
Oh,
did.
I didn't know
And so that was, it was, I think I was child kidnapping or something like that. So that was, I did a video on that. And so that's how I got my Screen Actors Guild card, by doing an industrial film for the FBI.
Wow. Wow. How was it for you working alongside the legendary Farrah Fawcett in Criminal Behavior?
You know what? She was, gosh, that was really interesting, because she was a very, at that time, because I remember we did it. I know exactly where I did it. It's not that far from me, in this building in LA. And she was just, this fearless, God, you can tell that she knew who she was and knew what she was about.
Mm-hmm.
And, she was very focused. And, I think I only worked for 1 or 2 days, so I didn't really get to know her that well. But the time that I was there, she was just very focused, and, knew what she wanted. And yeah, when she passed away, I went, oh my gosh, I have to remember that I did work with her one day. I mean, I was, we were in the same getting our makeup done and getting our hair done and the whole thing. And so, she was just a very, very interesting and open and honest woman.
Yeah, I know. I know that had to be just wow, incredible. I mean, Farrah Fawcett, she's just, she was a legend. I mean,
She was a legend. You have to she was definitely a legend. Definitely a legend.
and I have a fan. Well, I believe this is actually they got a check mark, so they're well known. Leon Mobley says, continue success, much respect, and I miss you.
And I love Leon. Leon is an incredible drummer, musician. And I met him in Los Angeles a long time ago. I've been studying African dance. Hi, Charles Reese. That's another friend of mine. I see that's on. When I came to LA, I was, I danced, but I started focusing on African dance. And so, Leon Mobley was one of the premier and one of the best African dance drummers that was here in LA. And then, he ventured on and he's been playing with Ben Harper and other people. And, and people don't know that Leon Mobley was that TV show a long time ago. He was in Zoom. He was one of the child actors on Zoom. And so,
oh, wow.
yeah, he's an incredible musician. And, thank you, Leon, for the shout out. Great guy. How are you doing?
Let me send a quick invite to a fan that said they couldn't get in to see the interview. So give me just 1 second here.
Okay, sure. I love this technology. It's just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I couldn't find their name on here. I don't know what they go by. I know their name, but I don't know what they go by on here. So anyway, now I want to let you fans know I'm going to do this for the first time ever during the show because we can have 3 people at a time on here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If you'd like to ask Joyce a question face to face, I will bring you on camera and let you ask Joyce a question face to face. So just send a request and I'll bring you on to ask Joyce a question. I think that'll be neat for the fans.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Now you had a permanent, not a permanent, yeah, you had a prominent role as Principal Compton that in the movie Santa Claus. Do you have any funny stories about Tim Allen and filming with Tim Allen on the Santa Claus?
I kind of do, because I mean, gosh, it was such a long time. I remember we filmed that in Toronto, Canada.
Uh-huh.
And it was my first time going to Canada. And I just remember there was, I think, there was the scene, when he was talking and we were in the room and, and I was a little bit nervous because, of course, it was Tim Allen and the director I had worked with before. I had did a series called Monty with Tim Allen. And so John Pasquin was the director of the pilot of that show. And so he hired me for the Santa Claus, which was great. And so I had, John, but, it was Tim Allen. And, I was a little bit nervous because Tim, liked to improv and, all, funny things like that. And so, but anyway, so, we're doing, the scene, and I think he says, I'm okay. I can skin a cat. I can do whatever, all those other things. And, so, when he was getting up to leave, and that's when I just told him, sit down, or, motion for him to sit down, and they ended up using that in the movie. And so he was kind of like, oh, okay, I'll sit down. And so they ended up using that. And, but yeah, he just, was keeping a straight face because, as I said, he liked to improv. And so in between, some of those lines, he would say, crazy and funny stuff. And it's like, okay, let me stay in character and keep my focus and not laugh. But I had a great time. And David Krumholtz, because David Krumholtz, who played the head elf in the Santa Claus, we were also on the same series, Monty, starring Henry Winkler. So that's why I met
Okay.
David
The
on
fun.
that show.
The
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah. With the Fonz. Yes,
Well,
exactly.
well, I'm gonna bring the person that requested to be on in just a second. I'm gonna ask
Okay.
one more quick question because you just brought something else to my mind. What was it like for you working with Henry Winkler?
Oh, that show, and it was great because I think that show was ahead of its time, and it's too bad that it did not, you know, um, get past the 13. But some of the people from the show I'm still friends with, after all this time. And, Henry was, just great because, he was the star of the TV show, and plus he was the executive producer. And so, they kind of, when someone is in that position, they're the ones who keep the tone of the set. And so that set was welcoming and warming, and it was it was a good time. And like I said, I think the show was very forward, and I think it was ahead of its time, and it's too bad that it's no longer there. And that's where I also met Jack Black.
Oh, what?
Jack Black did an episode of that show, and no one ever got a chance to see it. And that's where I had a chance to meet Jack Black, and he played this kind of, goth guy on the show who was, because was Henry Winkler was a talk show host, and I was the producer, and so Jack Black played this production assistant that was kind of this goth guy. And so we were like, keep him, keep him, keep him. He's, fabulous, but he just hit the one episode. And so it was a great show. And David Schwimmer and, a lot of good people came from that show.
So, what was the name of that show again?
It was called Monty.
Monty.
And it was Monty, and it was on Fox. But they only showed, we did 13 episodes, but they only showed 6, unfortunately. And so so they canceled it. So that was Fox when it was just beginning, and they were doing sitcoms, and they started doing dramas. And I think Monty was one of the first sitcoms that they had on the network. And as I said, unfortunately, we got to 6, but they didn't show all 13 of the episodes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring this fan on. Charles Reese.
Yes!
Okay, here we go. Charles Reese. We're going to connect here. Let's see.
Oh, I know Charles. He probably knows how to do all that stuff.
Okay. Just accepted, and we're waiting to see. You know how this technology is.
Oh, I know. It's interesting, but once you get a handle on it, it works. Because I was like last time going, how does that work? But now some of these features I did not even know that Instagram can do, but now I know it can.
Yeah, it just changed recently to about 2 months ago. It's where you could have 3 people at one time on your live.
Wow.
Used to it only used to be 1. Okay, let me try again. Okay, send another request. I'm sending him a request.
Okay.
I don't see the request. Okay, Charles, send me a request and I'll accept it. And fans just joining, if you got a question for Joyce that you'd like to ask her on camera, I will bring you on camera so you can ask her a question. Charles, what you do to send a request, click on the camera that has a plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner, and then I'll receive your request. I know all these little buttons and stuff can be a little bit
I
complicated.
know.
Okay, you sent request. Okay, let me see. Okay. Keeps telling me to send a request. Okay, I just sent you a request.
So he's probably going on that same cycle that I went through, but then you gotta.
Yeah, probably so. That's what I'm assuming.
Right. And then finally it's like, boom.
Okay, do you see anything where I accepted your request, or where I sent your request? Because I haven't seen the request from you saying for you to get on, but I did see where it says send your request.
Oh, I see. He said, I sent request. Okay.
It won't let you hit. Okay, try going out of the live and come back in. Sometimes that works. No. 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 No what? I don't know what. Okay, well, you can just stay in the live. You can ask your question in the comment, and that'll be fine.
Oh, too bad. Too bad.
Yeah. But if you can get it to work, then
Get it to work. He's going to figure it out. I know he's going to figure it out.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this next question, then. I watched a clip of Sunset Beach. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've only seen bits and pieces of Sunset Beach from. Okay, let's get back to that because we got a request from Charles. So we're gonna get back to that. Okay, we're bringing Charles on right now.
Right.
All right.
It worked.
Okay. Hey, how you doing, sir?
Okay, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
We see you, but we can't hear you.
We see you, Charles, but we can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you.
How's
Okay.
There you go.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
So listen, I was going to ask about Sunset Beach. That was perfect. I used to watch Sunset Beach in New York City at 3 o'clock in the morning because that's when it used to come on.
Wow.
I want you to tell me about that character because you played Monroe on that show, but then you also played on another show?
Well,
so tell us about that.
Well, no, I played Mrs. Moreau, Moreau on Sunset Beach. And the story just like I auditioned and I was supposed to do 7 episodes. Then they said 14 episodes. And then it ended up being about 50 episodes. And so after the show ended, I was so sad because I really love that character. And I think it was about a couple of years later. And so I got a call from Gary. He was one of the EPs on Sunset Beach. And so I got a call and he's like, Joyce, I am doing One Life to Live in New York, and we have a person, actress, that's doing a character. Her character's name is Senora Lina, and so she's kind of, doing a little bit of what you did on Sunset Beach, but she's a great actress, but we want you to bring that sense of humor that you had with Mrs. Moreau to this character. And so I'm like, okay. And so I'm like, you know what? Let me do it. This will give me a chance to go work in New York. And I did Signorina. And again, she wasn't quite Mrs. Moreau because Mrs. Moreau was Haitian and Signorina was Dominican.
Oh,
So different. I mean, even though it's on the same island, but different type of character. And so I think I ended up doing 14 episodes of One Life to Live, Signorina. So it wasn't necessarily the same character, but I remember I replaced a wonderful actress, Broadway actress, as a matter of fact, who was on the show. And so that's how I was able to go to do Signorina, One Life to Live in New York after Mrs. Moreau ended on Sunset Beach.
wow.
Are you out?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you for your
Okay, I'll see you later. Peace out.
peace. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. Let's say. I think you got to press the X.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I was asking my friend what his Instagram name was. He said he's still trying to get in here, so we'll see if he can get in here. And
Okay. Okay.
is it this question from? Okay, here's a question from a fan. Joyce, what's your all-time favorite performances across genres? And this
Well,
and
go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish.
this is from Antonio David Lyons.
Oh, Antonio. Well, again, I have to say, Sunset Beach is on the top of the charts because, again, that gave me a chance to do a different type of character. And from what I was doing before, because before I was doing, the teachers, the lawyers, nurses. At one point, I was doing tons of nurses. I had a short haircut, so I was doing tons of nurses. And so when Sunset Beach came around, it was just nice and juicy
Mm-hmm.
and fabulous. I had a wonderful recurring role on The West Wing. I was part of the press corps, and yeah, I think I did about 4 or 5 seasons of The West Wing, and it was oh my God, they move fast, 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 fast. And Allison Janney, I bowed down to her because she was had a couple of scenes with her, and she just would nail those lines every time. I also I'm just kind of jumping all over the place. I did. Oh, this is a theater piece I did a couple of years ago. It was called. It was a piece called Her Portmanteau. It was written by Nigerian American playwright Mfoniso Udofia, and I played a Nigerian woman with 2 daughters, and I did that at the Boston Court in Los Angeles. And again, I was able to. I had to do the Nigerian accent. I also had to even learn the language, and even though it was very challenging, and I wanted to cry every night because it was just a lot of work and it was just exhausting. It was just absolutely an incredible role. So that was my theater roles, and I also am a playwright, and so I've also written my own one-person shows. And so I took a show called War Stories about my story living, growing up in the military, and I took that show to New York, and I did that there. I'm just trying to think. The Santa Claus, again, in terms of film, one of my all-time favorite roles. I just ended, I had a recurring role on Bosch, where I played another Haitian woman, which was great. Um, so
Now
those are some of my favorites
that show
across the
I've never
board.
heard of. Bosch, I never heard.
Yeah, Bosch is on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a show that's on. This is the last season, and so it's an LA crime series with two um, policemen, and so yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
So are you just in a certain episode in that show or?
Yeah, I did. Like I said, I think the show, this is its sixth season, and so the last 3 years, I think I did the show about 3 or 4 times because there was a storyline about the actor, and I can't believe I'm blanking on his name, who is actually he's Haitian, but there's a Haitian storyline in the
Okay.
show, and so I play the owner of a pawn shop, a Haitian woman who owns this pawn shop that he comes to and gets advice, and she sees everything in the neighborhood. So that's on Amazon Prime, and it's called Bosch.
Okay,
And again,
I'll have
this
to
is the
look that
last
up because
season.
I have Amazon Prime and
Yeah.
check that out. And I wanted to ask you a question, and I have asked so many people this question, and nobody can seem to tell me an answer. You were talking about Nigerian accents. When I was in chorus class in school, there was a song that we sang in a different language, and the chorus teacher never told us what it meant. And I was wondering if you might could translate to me what it means. It goes like this. It goes, Vumbelate na nunga wetu, osifuni mungu, bulate nulate, osifuni mungu. You have any idea what that is?
I have no idea what that is because there are tons and thousands. I mean, if anything, it sounds a little bit South African. Antonio, you probably know.
Okay.
But it doesn't sound like it's Nigerian. But no, I don't. I don't know what what language, because it's like there's tons of languages in Africa, so I'm not able to pinpoint that one.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this question, then I'm going to get another fan video question for you. I watched a clip of Sunset Beach. Like I was saying before, I didn't really watch Sunset Beach because when it came on, I was really young. I'm 38 years old, so
Okay.
I was really young when it came on. I watched a clip of Sunset Beach as Tobias, I believe, aka Gregory Richards,
Okay.
threatened Mrs. Marie
Moreau.
Monroe. Okay, what was that scene like for you, and what was it like working on Sunset Beach?
Okay, Tobias. I'm just trying to think. You know what? I can't. Wow. Oh, wait a second. I mean, some of these things are coming back.
Yeah.
Because I think because Mrs. Moreau, she was always up to stuff. And so I think because she was doing potions and putting spells on people and things like that. And I think I vaguely remember having that confrontation.
You had a purple hat on and purple gear, and then you told him, you said, "You need to back off, you evil man."
Yeah, I mean, I had my head wrap and the purple and the whole thing. And, again, like I said, it's been such a while, but, it was, we probably had, tons of fun. But as I say, working on that show was just, again, it was, it helped me in terms of my other work because people don't realize soap actors, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of learning of lines in a short time period, and it moves quickly. So when you come into work, you have to be really prepared and you really have to know your lines. Well, of course, you're going to know your character if you've been doing it for a while,
Mm-hmm.
but you just have to be, on it. And because it's one take, maybe two takes, and then you move on to the next one. But it's a lot of work. And even, as I was talking to one of the directors, even for the production crew, it's a lot of work. And people don't, realize how much work is entailed and giving their proper due to things that they do on soap operas.
Oh yeah, I know. There's a lot that goes into it because I've different ones that I've interviewed through the years. I mean, they've told me all the dialogue and stuff they have to learn within a certain time, and
Yep.
there are no retakes. Maybe one out of two, but there are no retakes. I mean,
Well, I'm saying one or two,
yeah.
and but you just because my first day on General Hospital,
Mm-hmm.
when they brought Phyllis Caulfield on,
Mm-hmm.
I did 2 episodes in that one day, and it was 30 pages of dialogue that I had to
Wow.
do in that one day. But I told myself when they sent me the script, it's like, okay, you're going to go in, you're going to nail this. It's not as if you don't know
Mm-hmm.
what it's like to do a soap opera. You've been in this world before. So I just came in and, prepared. And of course, I mean, you're going to, there's going to be a couple of flub ups, but, and of course they do, pickups for that. But, you got to be ready to do your thing and to keep moving because those actors who have been doing this for a long time, they know their lines, they know their character, and so they're like boom, 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 and they're like, okay, let's move on to the next scene.
So, really quickly, I want to invert State of Mind into this that Maurice Bernard hosted, my good friend Maurice Bernard. You can buy his book, Nothing General About It, on Amazon. But
he was just nominated for an Emmy.
yes, he was.
Yeah,
Congratulations
yeah,
to him and Max Gale and Wally Kurth, who have
right.
on the show. But as you were talking, I was thinking, it's kind of like you got to have your state of mind when doing that because you have to memorize the scripts all by mind, right? You don't
Yes,
have
sir.
you don't have like a poster where you look over here and say, okay, I'm supposed to say yeah. And,
No, no, no. I mean, you can, sometimes you can have them there, but no, you don't have. In the old, when I think when soap operas began, when I'm not mistaken, they did have that. They did have the cue cards that were there. That's gone. So you just have to, when you get your script, you just have to go, okay. I mean, I know for me that I get my script and, for those days, that's all I do. And then I, have a friend, Timothy Pyle, that helps me with my lines. And so, no, there is nothing there that you can look at while you're doing it. You have to memorize your lines. That's part of the job. That's part of the job of acting.
Wow, and one other thing I want to mention, and then I'm going to take this fan video question. We were talking about how you wore the purple outfit in Sunset Beach. Do you know, I just happened to think about this. You remember when Whoopi Goldberg was on Star Trek?
Yes.
You wore that little purple outfit. You remind me of her.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to take the next fan question. Okay, this is from Normand Life. Life. Okay, it says I have to send your request, Normand Life, so if you get it, let me know, and we will get you on. In the meantime, let me ask some more questions. And once you get it, and I want to show you, you can see up there right here, there you are on the poster.
Okay, let me, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put on my glasses so I can see.
Camera up there.
Oh, there I am. Okay, I see it.
Yeah. You're up there with the rest of the soap opera.
Yes.
And I believe if I'm calculating correctly, you're 30 something on the soap opera list of the soap opera stars that have been on the show. So
I'm what?
30 something. So it's in the 30s now of the soap opera stars that have been on the show.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, my next question, you were in two very popular shows, Grey's Anatomy as Mrs. Henry and How to Get Away with Murder as Francine O'Donnell. What would you say the difference was in both shows while filming?
Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, Grey's Anatomy. I had a character in the first season. I think the first 3 or 4 seasons of that show. Cause Grey, the woman, I can't think of her name, her first name, who plays Grey. Her mother, the actress Kate Burton, who was also on the Henry Winkler show with me. She played her mother, and she was in a nursing home. And so I played the head of the nursing home that her mother lived. And, when I was on that show, it was just becoming popular. The first couple of episodes, it was finding its way, and it wasn't as popular. And I think by that 4th episode, it was like, boom, it was a bona fide hit. And but because it's the same producers, Shonda Rhimes. So I was able to be on 2 Shonda Rhimes show. And so How to Get Away with Murder, that's Viola Davis. And on that show I played a judge. And so it was a judge and Grey's Anatomy, I played a hospital administrator. So it was like 2 different types of characters. And so, but again, like I said, those both of those shows were executive produced by Shonda Rhimes, so I had a chance to work on 2 of her shows, and I'm very proud of that.
Very cool. And I was just thinking, man, you were a kidnapper and then a judge.
Oh, I know.
What?
My first job, a child kidnapper. It's like, but you take the jobs where you can, and you do the best that you can.
You were on Days of Our Lives as
I loved it.
Matavish, is that correct? Matavish?
Yeah, because I played Days of Our Lives. I played a prison guard, McTavish. Yeah, I played a prison guard. And again, it was, I think I did 6 or 7 episodes.
I think it was.
And I had the best time. I'm sorry?
I think it was 8 episodes.
It was 8. Okay, it was 8. And, again, I just, I love doing soap operas because, again, I love it for the quickness but the atmosphere. For me, it's just a fun atmosphere for me to explore, to do different types of characters that I don't necessarily get in the episodic TV shows and the film roles. And I forgot there is a film that I did called I think it was in 2010. It was called Eye of the Hurricane, and I filmed that in Georgia. And
oh, really? I'm from Georgia.
Really? Okay, yeah, it was. I think it was Georgia, South Carolina. But anyway, so I got a chance. It was a film about people who were displaced by a hurricane, and it was just it was a coming of age children's story, and it was just another beautiful role that I was able to play. That I really enjoyed that film.
Well, I wrote that one down, so I have to be sure and check that one out too.
Yeah, yeah.
Fans, if you got any questions on video or by chat for Mrs. Guy, Joyce Guy.
No, it's just Miss Guy, no Mrs. Guy.
Okay, Miss Guy. Sorry about that. If you have any questions for Miss Guy, please request them, and I'll get you on video. You can actually talk to her like I am, or you can type out your question, and I will ask you your question. Let's see here. Okay, how did it come about, and how did it feel for you when you were cast as Phyllis Caulfield on General Hospital?
Well, it was, sometimes things come at you and when you're least expecting. And I just remember when I got the call, my agent sent me an email and said, Joyce, the executive producer of the General Hospital, we submitted you for the role, and they saw, an episode of Animal Kingdom that I did. Yeah, I did an episode of Animal Kingdom with Ellen Barkin. It's, I think, with Ellen Barkin, which is, that's a wild ride. That's a very interesting show. And so, anyway, I did an episode of that, and he saw that episode, the EP, and also the casting. Mark Teschner saw that episode, and so my agent, said, is your reel up to date? And I'm like, oh my gosh, my reel is not up to date, and can I update my reel? And so I scrambled to update my reel because he wanted to see more work, and so I sent the my updated reel to General Hospital, and they were able to look at it. And so, based on that episode of Animal Kingdom and my reel, that's how I got the job. And so when they sent me the script, and I had the scenes with Nina Reeves and Jax about the kidnapping of the baby. And as I said, it was, 30 pages of dialogue, and it was, me remembering and telling her, what happened to her and the whole thing. And it was just, again, it was just exciting. And it was, one of those actors' dream where something comes to you that's, that has a lot of meat on it, and you're like, okay, let me just tackle this. Let me tackle this role. Let me tackle these lines, and let me tell this story. And, from me telling that story, I just thought, okay, that was it. And, and I'll move on. And then the next thing I know, they added the story with Mike Sonny. They added that extra story, and it's been this incredible ride, and I'm having a good time.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you never did work with Michelle Stafford, correct?
No, Michelle Stafford is.
She was Nina before the other Nina.
No. I just started working as Phyllis Caulfield back in October.
Okay.
So I did a couple. As a matter of fact, my first, I think one of my first jobs ever in Los Angeles, I think I did a under 5 on General Hospital a long time ago. And I remember I was, for some reason, I was a customer.
Wasn't it Betty? I believe it was Betty, I think.
Well, no, because Betty was, okay, there was a Betty. I played a real estate agent. That was Betty.
Oh, okay.
That was Betty. I did that a few years ago. But this was all the way back in the early 90s. And I don't even think I got even credit for that because it was an under 5. And And I remember again, it was a customer in a store, and it was, like I said, it was one or two lines. And so that was one of my first jobs that I had in Los Angeles, was this little tiny role on General Hospital a long time ago.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And then I did Betty, and yeah, but again, like I said, there were different, totally different types, totally different characters.
Okay. No Mad Live says, sorry, pushed all the wrong buttons for a live video question. Fans want to know what's in the works for personal projects you may be working on.
Wow, that's an interesting question. Well, I've been working on a theater piece about I'm from, even though my father was in the Air Force, but I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. My family's from Montgomery, Alabama. And so I'm working on a piece that honors the women, my aunts and my cousins that were in Montgomery, and it's called Alabama Switch. And so that's a personal project that I'm working on. I am also something that I do. I did a documentary film about a few years ago about my journey to Senegal, and so from that, I am now an officer and a treasurer of a documentary film group called the Black Association of Documentary Filmmakers. That's in Los Angeles, and that we work with documentary filmmakers, and we work with them and we help them, and it's a service organization and networking organization that helps Black documentary filmmakers, and that's something that that I've been doing for a few years now.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Very awesome. We got another fan question for you from Timothy J. Pyle.
Timothy J. Pyle.
Okay, Timothy, I just sent request, and let's see what happens.
Oh my gosh, he got in.
Okay, there we go. Timothy, are you there?
Yeah, somewhere.
Okay.
There I am.
How you doing, sir? Go ahead and ask your question for Joyce.
What do you want for barbecue this weekend, honey?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe he did this.
I just started pushing buttons. You know what happens. I don't necessarily have a method to my madness. I just
I know.
I was checking my Instagram and I went, oh, there, I forgot. You were on the
This is my boyfriend, Timothy Pyle.
Okay, nice to meet you, sir.
Hey, nice to meet you as well. Don't mind me. I wasn't really planning on like having my picture in and all this stuff. I didn't mean to like photobomb the thing. I was just kind of checking it out, and I pushed all the buttons accidentally. So just maybe you should like turn me up and just continue with Joyce, because otherwise it will be silly.
It will.
And I don't know how to get out of here, so you're gonna have to like kill me.
I think you got to press the X at the top of the screen.
The X. Okay, I did it. I'm out.
Well,
oh my God, that's so crazy.
Surprise. Paulette McWilliams says, "Hey Joyce."
Hey Paulette. I love her, Paulette McWilliams. She is singer extraordinaire. She is a jazz singer. She sang for 20-something years. She was a backup singer for Luther Vandross.
Oh wow!
Yeah, backup singer for Luther Vandross, and she was the original singer for Rufus the band Shaka Khan and Rufus. She was the original singer of that. And now she is venturing on her own, and she has this wonderful, wonderful album that just came out with. And Paulette is just a wonderful person and a wonderful singer. And I'm giving my shout out to Miss Paulette, and thank you. Hey.
That is awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
Luther Vandross, that's a legend.
He's a legend and she's a legend. Just like, she's saying 50,000 jingles and 60,000 commercials, and Paulette is just she is just, as I call her, the working diva, but she's also a wonderful and glorious and a beautiful person.
And Gloria Taylor says, great interview. Thank you, Gloria.
Hey, Gloria, thank you.
Paulette says, hey, love you. And next question for you. Now, folks, I know you've been waiting for this. We're going to General Hospital questions.
Uh-oh.
I know you've been waiting on this, folks. Or should I say fans. Do you think more Port Charles residents will end up at Nixon Falls at the 10-0 that Lenny and Phyllis run? Because we've already seen Mike, we've seen Nina, Jax, Jocelyn, and Trina so far.
I don't know well, you know what? I cannot answer that question.
Just your opinion, because I know you can't give any.
Oh, my opinion. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know because because I'm just trying to think of the connection you mean in terms of, because I know that from what I understand, because Mike, well, I mean, they basically, Sonny is dead in their minds, right?
Yes.
Right. So he's definitely gone. So I don't know. And I don't think so, because I don't think, since they declared him dead, I don't think that they would just venture out to Nixon Falls, just to venture out in Nixon Falls just because I think in their minds that, he's gone. So I'm not quite sure if the people from Port Charles will be coming to Nixon Falls. That's just my opinion. Because again, well, the reason Nina came is because she was my friend. And the reason Trina came and Jax came because they were looking for Nina. And, now that, in a sense they've gone back, I don't think there's any reason why they would come back to Nixon Falls. My opinion.
Okay. I had tweeted Maurice this after I first seen Nixon Falls and the 10-0 that Phyllis and Lenny run. And it just took my mind back to Landview, Pennsylvania, One Life to Live, when Vicky lost her memory and started working for Mo at the La Boule. Do you remember that? You remember
that? No.
Okay. That's fun. Now, my mom, Sunshine Redeemed, says, I love you as Phyllis on GH. You are a great actress.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And D. Paulette McWilliams says, you're so amazing, a great actress.
Thank you, Paulette.
I know it has to be a thrill for you to work with Maurice Bernard on General Hospital.
It is, because he is such an incredible person. I mean, as I've gotten, this short time that I've gotten to know him, and, just as a person, he is just very open and honest. He is one of the most honest actors I've ever worked with. He's funny as all get out. I mean, that's the other thing. He is hilarious. He's funny, and he brings joy to the set. He brings a comfortability to a set. Um, you know, and again, it's just working with him. It's just because, as we said the other day, everything is about emotion and showing those emotion, and that's what makes everything real and true.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just something that I think I get from him, and I think that we get from each other, and I think that's why our scenes are for me. It's making me grow as an actress, to have, to work with somebody like that. And Rip Hutton is the same way, just incredible actors. And, but Maurice is a very special person. And I'm just, honored that they wrote me into that storyline, that I'm able to do what I do, because it's just, even though it's a lot of work, I am just having a great time, and I love waking up and going to work. And to have that, I mean, that's a gift. And it's an honor to say that I, like getting up and going to work and working with him.
Well, I wanna say that there's no doubt about it. I agree with you 100%. Maurice is a wonderful human being, wonderful person, motivator to so many people out there.
Right.
And I want to throw in something funny he said to me the other day while I was waiting on his State of Mind on YouTube. There with Nancy Lee Grant's daughter. I asked him, I said, Maurice, how's Buddy the Goat? He said, Buddy auditioned for General Hospital, but he didn't get the part. But yeah, he just he brings humor to everybody. He and not only that, but also seriousness.
Yes.
Because he makes you think about your mental well-being and
exactly
all that stuff. And
right.
He raises awareness to try and prevent suicide, and
yes,
people take their medicine that has bipolar.
Exactly.
And, even myself, I don't have bipolar, but I have anxiety and panic attacks. But I take medicine for it, and I see a therapist once a month. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's to help you better yourself.
Right.
And I got another question for you from a fan. And this is not by video. This is by typing. Okay. Okay. This is from Nomad Life. When is the next episode of Kitchen Conversations? And this is asked by Fana
Babadiel.
Pronounce the last name.
Yes. So, Kitchen Conversation. That's another project that I forgot that I started during the pandemic, and it's a series that gosh, I don't know how I forgot about that. It's a series that that's dear to my heart, that addresses discrimination, racism, democracy, and just but mostly racism, and how we can end that and make it better. And so there's a series I call the Kitchen Series, and I did an episode, and everything is shot in my kitchen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just like I do like a 2-minute piece that I write. And then after that, we have a conversation with people around, specific issues. And so, as I said, everything is shot in my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I have a musician and, me and, different parts of my kitchen. That's where I do the performance. And so we wanted to do something in June. Hopefully we'll do something in June, but if not, then we're going to wait until 2020 during the next election because part of it is to encourage people to get out there and vote. We got to vote in our local and our national and our city governments. So that's part of the Kitchen series, the Racism Never Sleeps series. And so it's encouraging people to vote. And so if we don't get it in, if we don't do another episode in June, more than likely we will start up again in January when we start the primary elections start. And so hopefully we'll be able to get it together in June.
Does this air on YouTube or where can we watch it?
No, it's on I put it out. It's not on YouTube.
Okay.
It's on my because I put it out on Instagram and also on Facebook. And also you can see the episodes on my website. And so right. So like I said, I'll usually shoot something out and let people know where they can find the series, but more than likely we will put it out on either on Instagram and also on Facebook.
Okay, and we got another fan question for you. Who's the magician? Who is the? I'm sorry, I can't even tell. Who is the musician? Is what they said. The same person just asked a question. They said, "Who's the musician?"
Oh, the
Not
musician.
sure what they're talking about. Maybe.
I know the musician that it's Timothy J. Pyle, who you just met. He is my collaborator. It's also Charles Reese, who just had that question. Charles Reese is my co-producer and director, and Timothy J. Pyle is the musician. And he is with me in the kitchen performing live music when I do the performance. And he's the composer and the writer of the music. And again, his name is Timothy J. Pyle, who you just met. The Kitchen Conversation series. And again, we did a conversation back in I think November. And so we had these three fabulous guests, and so hopefully, again, like I said, in June.
Okay. Are these videos, the Kitchen Conversation, are they in your IGTV?
No, I don't know. They're not on the IGTV. I just post them because I just post them. Yeah.
Timeline.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Do you think that Phyllis and Lenny will move to Port Charles?
I don't know. Because I know there are some, because I know even my friends, and because even me and Mo had a discussion about that. Just like, do you think you guys are going to, I'm like, I don't know, Mo, what do you think? I mean, is that a possibility? I'm hoping that we do, because I just hope that, if we move to Port Charles, then our characters will live on forever. So I don't know, because I haven't figured out, how, Mike is revealed as, or Sonny is revealed as Mike, or Mike Sonny, or how that scenario is all going to work out. And if it does, I mean, do we stay in Nixon Falls? Do we go to Port Charles? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you know something very interesting I just thought of. What if the writers decide that somehow you and Lenny are related to Felix, Mark Samuel?
Now, again, this is me. What character is that? Because, it's interesting because there's a lot of storylines, and so I don't get a chance to watch the show, so I'm not sure. That's probably horrible for me to say, but
let's see. I'm gonna show you a picture of him, then you'll know him.
okay.
Let's see. He plays Felix.
Oh yes, okay, okay.
That
I don't know. Well, it's interesting because I don't know, because there's a part of me, and this is just my, again, my opinion, because I still don't think that, the other part of me taking Nina's baby to the person in Florida, I don't think that's resolved. I think there's more story in there.
Oh.
So again, this is just my opinion.
Oh, I know.
Without me even knowing anything. So I think that maybe that's something that that the writers will explore, because I don't think that that has come to some conclusion or some whatever about who and what and where and how all that. Even though Nina's daughter is dead.
Is she dead, though? That's the question.
Is she dead? Exactly. Is she dead? So I think that other part of the story may, be revealed, and which may possibly bring Phyllis back to Port Charles. That's with the big question mark.
Okay. Well, fans will have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah.
It must be exciting working with Dan White, who plays Elijah. He seems, and I'm going to say this from the bottom of my heart with all meaning. Through the years of General Hospital, they've had a lot of bad guys and villains.
Right.
But they have very rarely had an African American villain as a bad guy, and I'm gonna tell you, Dan White plays Elijah perfect as a villain. I mean, wonderful. I mean, amazing.
I totally agree with you, because there were times, oh gosh, I just remember, because I think, there was a scene where him and Sonny have the confrontation. And because I had to come out, because I was backstage and I heard it. I mean, because I said, because I couldn't come through the door. But anyway, so I was listening to it. And oh my God, both of them, it was just incredible. But he plays, oh my God, he plays such a good villain. And because, he plays such a good villain. And, because he has this look that's so, all-American, and so, Mr. Businessman, but he is just a little snake in the grass. And, but, there were a couple of times, like I said, that I was there, and I just, would listen to the scenes that him and, Maurice, between him and Maurice, and they were just golden, because he just plays such a smarmy, villainous guy. And he is like the most wonderful person. And we found out, because I did not know Dan before the show, and we found out that we have mutual friends. He also is from Virginia, and he knows people that, he has family where I went to school in Virginia.
Wow.
And it was like, oh my gosh, Dan, we're not 6 degrees, we're like 1 degree of separation. And that was just so nice that, because I think he has, family that lived in Hampton where I went to school, and it was, just the connections that we have, and people don't also. Dan is a wonderful singer. He, oh my God, he has a gorgeous, gorgeous voice, which I discovered on Instagram. He's a fabulous singer also.
Amazing. Yeah, I know a lot. I know a lot of the soap stars on General Hospital and other. They're fabulous singers, and some of them got their own CDs out.
Right. So I think Dan does also. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but because I did not know, and so I just happened to go on his Instagram, and there was like a video where he's singing to this. I'm like, oh my gosh, Dan! Just like now I know because we have a mutual friend who's a singer, and it's like, okay, now I get the connection because Dan is a wonderful, wonderful singer.
Now, do you keep up with any of the other soap operas?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
Well, over on, I just wanted to mention this to you really quickly. Did you ever watch Family Matters?
Long time ago.
Okay, well, over on Young and the Restless, the guy that plays Devon, that was Richie on Family Matters. Well, in real life, Young and the Restless just cast Rachel, the lady used to play Rachel, who used to be his mother.
Oh, wow, okay.
Young and the Restless. So they're going to have like a reunion on Young and the Restless.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous. Okay.
And my last question before my final question, and
okay.
Also, folks, fans, do you have any more questions for Joyce that you'd like to ask her on camera or by typing? She'll be glad to answer them.
I would love to.
Okay, we're going to do a 10-second countdown. 10. Okay, the original Taji has joined.
Wow.
Now, is that, don't he play on General Hospital?
Say it again?
Doesn't he play on General Hospital? Taji?
What did she say?
The original Taji. Doesn't he play on General Hospital?
Does she play on General Hospital?
Yes. The original Taji that just joined.
Okay.
Is that?
What's her?
Isn't that TJ?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hi, Joyce guy. He said hi. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't see the pictures. They're so small.
Okay.
Okay. She said hi. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. That's Valerie from GH, isn't it? Isn't that Valerie?
I don't think so. I think that's Taji Coleman, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
No, I'm not. Okay, you're not on John. Okay.
Yeah.
Official GH fan club has joined. Welcome.
Okay.
Glad for you to be on. Do y'all have any questions that you'd like to ask Joyce on camera or by typing? I'll be glad to bring you on camera so you can ask your question, or you can type them in the comment section below. And the other question I've got for you, Joyce, without giving anything away, what can you give away about the future of Nixon Falls and Phyllis, Lenny, Mike, Nina, and Elijah?
Wow. Well, you know what? I really can't give that much away because I don't get the scripts ahead of time. I mean, the only thing that I can say is that which is great is I think that Lenny and Phyllis and Mike have developed a great family relationship. And because I think the way that things are being written is like, and it'll be interesting. I'm not quite sure how Dan's character has going to fit in here, but I think that unit of the Lenny Phyllis, the Lenny Phyllis Mike connection is a definite strong bond.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think Mike is seeing Phyllis and Lenny as family. And, again, my question, to myself, and I can't even predict, it's like, okay, I wonder what's going to happen, once Mike gains his memory. How is the relationship between Phyllis and Lenny going to continue, or how is their relationship going to be, once they know that, he is Sonny. And I'm surprised they don't know he's Sonny, but
Yeah.
how, again, these are questions in my mind, which I do not know. How are those relationships going to be once, in and if and when Mike regains his memory?
Well, so that's a very interesting concept, and something that I really thought of. This being the 21st century. Okay. Now, just think about this for a minute. I thought, why has Elijah, or why has Phyllis or Lenny not snapped a picture of Sonny and searched it on Google or whatever? So wait a minute, there it is. This guy Sonny Corinthos. You know.
Lots of questions like that, but I guess that's the land of soap opera.
Yeah.
And that's and sometimes, yeah, I guess that's the land of soap opera. And, they're like, okay, maybe Lenny and Phyllis are so busy living, or so busy with the Tano and at the hospital that they don't have time, to look at Google, or even, I'm surprised that, Elijah, maybe he did, I'm not quite sure. But that's the beauty of soap opera. You have all those questions, and that's the thing that keeps you coming back and keeps you wondering and keeps you in suspense. And that's the thing that keeps you watching.
Another thing that I was kind of surprised by is, you remember when the officer grabbed the cup that
Exactly.
he was drinking by DNA test.
Right. I forgot about that.
That went up, but that's soap operas for you. And Taji Coleman said, "I just wanted to say an official congratulations to my friend Joyce."
And I thought that was the Taji Coleman. Hey, Taji Coleman, I haven't talked or seen you in a long time, and thank you so much. Taji's a fabulous actress and a beautiful actress, and thank you, and hope to see you soon in person one of these days. Thank you.
And Taji, I just want to apologize to you. When you joined, I said he, and the reason I said that is because the pictures are just so small on here. I do that all the time on Messenger. I'll be on Messenger and somebody have a new profile picture up. Who is that with you? Is that so and so? I said, no, that's somebody else. I said, I can't even see it because the picture's like that small.
Right, that's that big.
Yeah, really small. So I don't know why they do that. The Paulette McWilliams says, I'm proud of my good friend Joyce. And Taji Coleman said, she says, hey lady, with a bunch of hearts. And before we get to the no worries, my name is gender fluid these days. Before I get to the closing, does anybody else have any questions they'd like to ask Joyce on camera or off camera? I will have you on camera with Joyce, as I've already had two guests on camera. So don't be shy. Joyce is not shy. She'll be glad to answer your questions.
I will.
And another question that just came to mind, Joyce, I wanted to ask you. I know you didn't have big role on the show, but I think you had like a guest appearance. What was it like for you working with Dean Clark and Terry Hatcher on the event
Woo!
Lois and Clark?
Oh my gosh. Okay, Brian, you're just like going all the way back.
I know.
You know, that was, I can't even make anything up. I can't, I mean, I know I did the show, and I know that, uh, gosh, I mean, I know that he was very nice. But that's all I can remember. I mean, it's been a while. You know, some of those shows that you did that you just had little that you were there for that day, and you know, being a new actress, and you come in and you're just like really nervous and you're just trying to remember your lines, and it's like, okay, let me do this. And I think that was one of those shows that I was a little nervous and, wanted to do my best, because it was like, okay, it's, I got this role, my first, not my first, but, let me just come in and do my best. But I just know that I remember I was, a little bit nervous, but I know that they're very nice to me.
Okay, and my last question for you, do you have anything that you would like to promote out there to the fans?
Wow. I'm just trying to think, what do I have to promote? I again just continue watching General Hospital. I don't have I just did an episode that was on a couple of weeks ago. I did an episode of Good Girls.
Mm-hmm.
That was on a couple of weeks ago. And again, like I said, Bosch.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're filming. I think they should be done. But catch me on Bosch. It's on Amazon Prime, Titus Welliver. And what else? And cross fingers that, of course, I'll let everybody know about the kitchen series if I do that. And if I don't get to it by June, but believe me, next year, during the election, to encourage people to vote. Please, just like watch out for us. And, if you can go, I have a website called The Racism Never Sleeps, and it's a t-shirt project. RacismNeverSleeps.com. And you can go, and we have t-shirts, but again, the t-shirt, we have t-shirts that we sell, but it's also our effort to get people to go out and vote. And with those funds, we send it to those funds to different organizations. And so, go to our website and see what we're up. And you can also see, if you go to our website, RacismNeverSleep.com, you can see it's called, it's just like, it's about voting.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the kitchen series, and you can also see the 2-minute piece of my 2-minute solo piece there. And again, continue watching General Hospital, and thank you for having me on. And this has been enjoyable, and thank you for all my friends who tuned in, but also the audience and the fans of General Hospital. Thank you for all your kind words, and I really, really do appreciate it.
You're very welcome, and I want to play the closing video. Let's see, let me get down here, okay. Let's see.
My name's Hudson West, and I play Jake Weber on General Hospital, and I'm also playing Trevor Kraft on Penny Dreadful, and I'm here at WSE Lounge, and thank you for listening.
Okay, and that was Hudson West. Everybody knows him on General Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much for being on, Joyce. I hope you have
Thank you so much.
Weekend and wonderful Memorial Day, everybody. Happy Memorial Day.
Okay, you too.
There. Take care. God bless.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks for having me.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the WSE Lounge. We had a great turnout. I'll keep you posted when there are more shows coming up. And as you can see, the poster board behind me, it stretches out pretty far, but it's wanted to show it to you. And I'll keep you posted when you have more when I have more shows coming up. Feel free to follow me at Grace is Sufficient on Instagram. Today's show will be directly after this show's ends, after the live ends. It will be on IGTV for everybody to enjoy and watch. Those that didn't get to see it. Also, it will be on the WSC Lounge YouTube channel for everyone to watch, and it'll be shared to Twitter platforms and to the Facebook WSC Lounge group. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Good old days on Sunset Beach. Miss them. Thank you so much, Sky.Valentine. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining. To all the celebs that joined and everybody that got on the video chat to ask questions and write questions. Thank you all. God bless you. And have a happy Memorial Day.